It's just past 6 o'clock. It's Saturday the 8th of July, and welcome to our Saturday evening news programme, coming to you live from the heart of Wyke, Regis. And in the news this week, a new palliative care suite for people nearing the end of their life has opened in Weymouth. The Evergreen Suite is part of the Radipole ward at Westhaven Hospital. Dorset Healthcare has opened the facility to provide a welcoming space where relatives can spend quality time with loved ones who are receiving specialist end-of-life care. The suite offers round-the-clock medical support and aims to make family members' last moments together as comfortable as possible. Hospital matron Helen de Jong said the facility has been made possible thanks to a very generous donation of £54,000 from our League of Friends. Relatives of former patients and staff also contributed to the cost, taking part in various fundraising activities to help us reach our total of £68,200. It's been a fantastic effort by so many people, and I can't thank everyone enough. She went on to say the suite is decorated sympathetically with relaxing colours not normally associated with a clinical environment. There is a sofa bed for loved ones so they can stay overnight, and the room opens onto our beautiful garden, allowing patients to have their beloved pets to spend time with them as well. The unit was officially unveiled by the Deputy Lord Lieutenant of Dorset, Mr. Cleves Palmer. Now, Dorset Council has this week issued a further statement regarding the Council's position on the Portland Asylum Seekers Barge Scheme. It can be seen from the statement that although the Council opposes the scheme, it is not able to legally challenge the Home Office decision. Now, I will read the statement for you. Councillor Laura Beddow, Dorset Council Portfolio Holder for Culture Communities, has said, over recent weeks, Dorset Council has been negotiating with the Home Office to secure an appropriate funding package for our work on the Portland Barge Scheme. It is essential that we can continue to meet residents' needs whilst also providing new services for asylum seekers without any additional pressure on local taxpayers. The funding that has been agreed of £3,500 per occupied bed space will allow us to fulfil our duties. In addition, a one-off payment of £377,000 will help provide asylum seekers with activities, volunteering opportunities and English-speaking lessons, which will be delivered through our superb local voluntary and community organisations. We have been working very closely with our partners, including Dorset Police and NHS Dorset, as well as with the Home Office and Portland Port, to ensure robust arrangements are in place. This includes additional community safety officers in Portland and Weymouth, extending the operational hours of the CCTV in the area, providing safeguarding training for barge staff, and working in partnership with local voluntary and community organisations. The decision to site a floating barge on Portland Port for 500 asylum seekers was made by the Home Office and facilitated through a commercial arrangement with Portland Port. Dorset Council was not consulted and had no decision-making powers over this arrangement. From the outset, Dorset councillors have been clear about their concern and opposition to the location of this scheme. Excuse me. The council explored options to pursue legal action to challenge the Home Office's decision. Following specialist legal advice and the experience of other councils across the country, Dorset Council made the decision not to take legal action as it was unlikely to be successful and would incur high costs to local taxpayers. The council as a statutory organisation has legal duties to fulfil to everyone who is resident in the area. This includes the asylum seekers who will be housed on the barge. We believe it is in everyone's interest for us to play our role in minimising any impact on local services and ensuring arrangements run as smoothly as possible. And that's the end of the statement. Now, a body has sadly been found on a beach in Portland and is believed to be that of missing Joe Clements from Weymouth. Dorset Police received a report at 5:45 a.m. on Wednesday the 5th of July that a body had been found on Chesil Beach. While the body has not yet formally been identified, it is believed to be that of Joe, who was reported missing, having last been seen at around 11 a.m. on Tuesday the 20th of June, and his family have been informed. The death is not being treated as suspicious and the coroner has been notified. Chief Inspector Andy Edwards of Dorset Police said, our thoughts are with Joe's family and loved ones at this extremely difficult time, and officers are doing all they can to support them. I'd like to thank everyone who's been involved in the search efforts over the past 3 weeks. An 11-year-old boy suffered multiple injuries after falling from a rope swing on the coast path this week. Wyke Coast Guards attended the incident after receiving a call for help. They attended an 11-year-old who had fallen from a rope swing. They have commented, "He fell a considerable distance, suffering multiple injuries. Once stabilised, he was placed in a vacuum mattress and then with difficulty stretchered over rough terrain to an awaiting South Western Ambulance Service Trust ambulance for further treatment at Dorchester A&E." Staff at Wyke Regis surgery have moved to reassure patients they are not closing in response to inaccurate information appearing on social media. Practice manager Anne Clough said, "In recent days we have had patients approaching us asking if the surgery is closing, as they have seen information circulating suggesting this is the case. We can categorically say this is not the case and would ask anyone fueling this speculation by sharing posts to stop it, as it is causing some anxiety amongst patients and staff at a time when we are already under huge pressure." The partners here at Wyke Surgery would like to thank all registered patients for their continued support and understanding during this time when we've been operating with reduced GP workforce. All staff continue to remain committed to providing a service at the surgery and to being able to recruit more staff in the future. We would ask anyone who has any questions about the practice to approach a member of the team at the practice first. Now, Dorset Police have said that an investigation is underway after a schoolboy sustained serious injuries following a collision in Weymouth in which the driver failed to stop. At around 2:45 on Tuesday the 4th of July, 2:45 p.m. that is, on Tuesday the 4th of July, the boy aged 12 was crossing Chickerell Road when he was struck by a car that subsequently failed to stop at the scene. Limited details are known about the car involved, which is described as dark coloured MPV multi-purpose vehicle or SUV type vehicle. Officers have been carrying out house-to-house and CCTV inquiries in a bid to identify the car involved, but this has so far not been successful. They are asking anyone with doorbell camera footage or CCTV footage in the area to contact them. Police Constable Chris Brolin of the traffic unit said, "I would urge the driver involved to contact me so I can establish exactly what happened." Now, if you are that driver or you've got any information, you can get in touch with Dorset Police on 101. If you've got any information you wish to pass on anonymously, you can do this via the Crime Stoppers charity on 0800 555 111. Now, Get Active Day is to return as part of Weymouth Beach-based Weymouth Sports Festival. On Sunday the 16th of July, Weymouth Town Council will be hosting a Get Active Day on Weymouth Beach, which is part of the annual sports festival. The council are pleased to partner with Weymouth Beach Volleyball and We Are Weymouth once again this year to bring you a fun 2 weeks of sporting events on the award-winning beach. One of the activities being held as part of the Get Active Day will be run by Surf Life Saving Club, who will be doing a demo about how to save someone's life in the water. This demonstration will be held at 1:30 in the sports area section opposite Alexander Gardens. Cycling Without Age will also have some of their trishaws at the event from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m, giving out information about how people can volunteer with the group. Their volunteer pilots will also be offering some taster trishaw cycle rides so people can feel the wind in their hair along the promenade. Mayor of Weymouth, Councillor Kate Weller, said, "I'm happy to see the return of the Get Active Day on Weymouth Beach as part of the sports festival. This highlights the importance of staying fit and active while enjoying the views of Weymouth Beach. This event will be great for people to participate in free sporting activities. More details will be announced soon." The following week there will be the annual Weymouth Beach Classic Volleyball Grand Slam, which is on between Friday the 21st and Sunday the 23rd of July. And this event will round off the annual Beach Sports Festival on the beach. Returning to Dorset Police, officers from Dorset Police investigating reported criminal damage of 8 vehicles near Weymouth are appealing for witnesses or anyone with information to come forward. It was reported around 8 p.m. on Saturday the 1st of July that damage had been caused to a number of vehicles parked at the Chickerell Steam and Vintage Show at Knights in the Bottom, Weymouth. Several vehicles reportedly had their windscreen wipers ripped off and one had a damaged windscreen. Following inquiries, a 31-year-old Weymouth man was arrested on suspicion of criminal damage and has been released under investigation. Dorset Police would like to hear from anyone with relevant information or mobile phone footage. Officers are also investigating a report of assault in Weymouth and are appealing for any witnesses to come forward. It was reported that around 3 p.m. on Sunday the 2nd of July, a woman aged in her 40s was assaulted by a man on Westham Bridge. The woman did not sustain any serious injuries. Following inquiries, a local man aged in his 40s was arrested on suspicion of assault. He has been released on police bail as further investigations are carried out. The arrested man and woman involved are reported to be known to each other. Anyone with any information on any of these incidents are asked to contact Dorset Police on 101 or by contacting Crime Stoppers anonymously on 0800 555 111. There are just 3 weeks to go until Dorset is taken over by beautifully bright sunflowers this summer to raise money for Dorset County Hospital's Special Care Baby Unit. From the 1st of August, visitors are invited to visit the town centre to see a sunflower extravaganza. Beautiful sunflower sculptures will be suspended across South Street, and the ground will be decorated with eco-friendly sunflower paintings by a local artist. Borough Gardens also have beautiful sunflower varieties growing all summer long. Shop windows around the town will be decorated with spectacular sunflower displays, and Dorset eateries will be selling limited edition sunflower bakes. A percentage of the profit from the limited edition food will be collected, and visitors will be able to donate to the hospital through a QR code displayed in each shop taking part. The public can vote for their favourite shop windows and bakes through an online vote. Over 30 businesses have already signed up to be part of the Dorset Summer of Sunflowers. Many are going above and beyond for the cause, such as Joey's Family Food on Antelope Walk, who are selling sunflower seeds all summer and donating the profits to the Special Care Baby Unit. Around 750,000 sunflower seeds have been planted to create 2 spectacular trails for visitors from far and wide, as well as a stunning sunflower trail. Visitors can also enjoy local ice cream, rest up at the cafe, or bring a picnic and take home cut sunflowers or souvenirs from the Sunshine Shack. Half of the proceeds of ticket sales from the spectacular sunflower trails will also go to the Special Care Baby Unit. Now, if you'd like to get your business involved in Dorchester, you can contact Connie Hollings, and that's Connie Hollings at dorchester-tc.gov.uk for more information. Autistic children and young people in Dorset will have a better educational experience following the recent launch of the Autism in Schools project, which will improve the approach of the whole school, both students and teaching staff, to understanding autism. Autism in Schools is a national project which aims to ensure mainstream schools offer environments in which autistic students can thrive, supporting good mental health and promoting a sense of belonging for this group of young people. It will help schools to develop an inclusive environment which will improve the experience autistic young people have at school, and will also improve the confidence of their parents and carers that the school truly understands their child. Young people who are autistic will be able to share with their peers what it's like to be autistic in school and what adaptations would make a difference to them. They will have greater opportunities to meet and socialise with others who have similar interests, which will reduce social isolation. The project, which is funded by NHS England, is being jointly led by Dorset Parent Carer Council, Dorset Council and NHS Dorset. 16 schools from across Dorset Council area have so far been invited to take part in this project, which will be rolled out to the schools involved in this first wave during the next academic year. The schools include at least 2 from each of Dorset Council's locality areas. Now, Dorset Wildlife Trust has launched a fundraising appeal to raise vital funds to protect Dorset's precious marine wildlife from plastic pollution. An estimated 12 million tonnes of discarded plastic are finding their way into oceans every year, causing damage to precious marine ecosystems and habitats. Many species mistake plastic for prey, and seabirds, dolphins, whales, fish and invertebrates are well known to ingest plastic, leading to suffocation and starvation. Birds, seals and fish also become entangled in discarded fishing gear and plastic packaging. The wildlife charity is appealing for donations to fund work such as clearing up pollution on the shorelines at Chesil and Kimmeridge, carrying out surveys to capture essential seashore data, monitoring the effects of pollution on seals and other wildlife, and influencing future marine policies and local decision making. In addition, the charity aims to inspire more people of all ages and backgrounds to care about the plight of marine wildlife by reducing their use of single-use plastics, or to become a volunteer to help with their work. In Dorset, there are 157 marine species of conservation concern. Many species such as common skate, sturgeon and angel shark are now rarely seen or gone altogether. Lyme Bay is known for its tidal fronts and creates a body of nutrient-rich water that promotes plankton growth, which attracts fish, seabirds, harbour porpoise, common dolphins, as well as white-beaked dolphin. Now, Brian Blease, Chief Executive of Dorset Wildlife Trust, said, "Dorset's marine environment is as rich and diverse as our terrestrial environment, but most marine wildlife is unseen, and the negative impact of human activity goes unnoticed. Sadly, marine habitats and biodiversity are declining rapidly, and pollution presents one of the biggest threats to marine wildlife. Healthy seas contribute so much to our quality of life and play a vital part in addressing the climate crisis, as they capture and store more carbon than forests. We need your help. Please donate to the Save Our Wild Seas appeal and help protect Dorset's precious marine wildlife." Now, if you wish to donate and support that appeal, you can find out more at dorsetwildlifetrust.org.uk/wild seas. That's dorsetwildlifetrust.org.uk/wild seas. Now, walkers and gardeners across the UK are being warned about a deadly plant which could prove fatal to pets and humans. People are being told to keep an eye out for hemlock, which can be found in our gardens and looks similar to cow parsley, and you can see a picture there on the screen. If it's eaten, hemlock could kill due to the fatal toxins it contains. They grow naturally and include substances which can cause muscular paralysis. Hemlock usually grows in wet, marshy places and often confused for its non-poisonous lookalikes such as wild carrots or parsnips. Plant expert Whitney Brumberg-Hawkins has said water hemlock, which bears a close resemblance to cow parsley, can be found dotted across the countryside the second the sun comes out, but it also can be fatal to animals and humans alike within minutes of ingestion. It contains a highly poisonous chemical that is lethal if ingested, not to mention its strong carrot-like odour, which makes it a garden foe. Now, hemlock's symptoms and risks are that it can cause horrendous symptoms when ingested. These include vomiting, trembling, problems in movement, slow and weak, later rapid pulse, rapid respiration, salivation, urination, nausea, convulsions, coma, and even death in domestic animals and humans. So do look out for that and keep clear of it, and keep your pets clear of it as well. Now, it's been reported that the former Marks and Spencer store in Dorset South Street is to become a hotel. The building was purchased by Whitbread, who own Premier Inn, in early June 2023, and it is the company's intention to restore the building, which is in a poor state of repair, to become a 100-bed hotel. A spokesman for Whitbread said that they are in early consultation with Dorset Town Council and will hold public consultation in the autumn prior to submitting a planning application to Dorset Council. In recent times, the former Marks and Spencer store has been used as a base and outlet for the Dorset Carers Hub. Now, a much-loved cafe bar in Weymouth is to shut its doors for the final time. After 4 years of trading in the seaside town, Nana Moon's Cafe Bar on Trinity Road has closed to the public. The Harbourside establishment took to social media to inform its loyal customers of its departure from the town. In the statement posted on Facebook, it said, "To all our loyal customers and friends, we have come to the end of an era. We have now closed Nana Moon's Cafe Bar and will be moving to a new project outside of Weymouth. We'd like to thank all of you for the support and kindness we have received over the last 4 years of trading on the Harbourside." And finally, in tonight's headlines, Weymouth Town Council has announced the return of the summer firework displays over Weymouth Bay. The three events will take place over 5 dates in July and August, with the additional 2 dates this year sponsored by Haven. The dates are Monday the 31st of July and Monday 7th, 14th, 21st and the 28th of August, which of course is the bank holiday weekend. All the firework displays will take place at 9:30 p.m. Mayor of Weymouth, Councillor Kate Weller, said, "With the first display at the end of this month, we know these events will be a big draw to residents and people visiting Weymouth over the summer, boosting tourism numbers in the town. The firework events across Weymouth Bay always create a great atmosphere, and it's always also great to have 2 extra dates on the 7th and 21st of August, which are sponsored by Weymouth Bay and Littlesea, who are part of Haven Holiday Park." And that's the end of our headlines tonight. Now, last week was Response Policing Week. I bet you didn't know that. Yeah, Response Policing Week. And Dorset Police has released a video telling us about the typical work of response policing. And in this video, we're going to hear from PC Jim Perks, who apparently is the oldest response policing officer in Dorset Police.
I did always want to be a police officer. My mum bought me this little policeman's outfit. There used to be a bakery on the corner. South Wales Traffic Police always used to use that bakery. I used to stand there in my little police uniform and salute them, and they always used to salute back. And I thought, yeah, that's for me. I'm PC Jim Perks. I'm a Dorset police officer. I work at Ferndown Police Station, and I've been doing that for 15 and a half years, and I've been a response officer for 15 and a half years. I joined the RAF in 1985 and I spent 22 years with the RAF. I was lucky enough to fly all over the world in the role that I did, and coming to the end of my career in 2007, I've then reached my dream job, which is always to be a police officer, which I was able to realise in November 2007 when I joined Dorset Police. The main thing for me is the excitement and the variety, because you just don't know what you're going to come into. It could be something as simple as helping somebody cross the road, to the far extreme, we go to first on scene of a murder. That's the extremes of response policing, but it's the excitement and variety that drives me every day to come in. But I've been lucky in the 15 and a half years I've been on response. Each team I've been with, I've had a fantastic group of people, group of supervisors behind me, which you need in response role. It's a very demanding role within the police, but it's the people I work with, having a laugh, having a joke. Obviously there's a serious side of policing, and you just know full well if you get to a sticky point dealing with something, you always got your colleagues you can call up and always back you up. The number of incidents I've been to, I've had replies back from the members of the public I've dealt with, a positive reply, like a letter to either to me directly or my supervisor or to the chief constable. I have made a difference to them. They've realised I've made a difference to them, and they've put pen to paper to acknowledge that, really. So yeah, that's the plus point. QC 2564. Can you show me en route to that message, please, at RTC on Old Fell Road? Approximately 6 years ago, I think it was, when I was policing Christchurch, we had concern for a 17-year-old female. She'd walked into the scene with intention to take her life. I got called, myself and a colleague managed to locate her. We've then managed to recover from the sea, because by the time we arrived, she was actually up to her chest. We've managed to get her out of the sea, and since then I know she's gone on to do good things. That sort of makes you humble, and that's a positive from my point of view. That's the most positive thing I've been involved in, I think. When you get back to the police station to write jobs up or have a break, you think, do you know what, I've made a difference to that person, to them people. It might be something so simple as recovering a little boy's bike that's been taken from off the front garden. It may not seem big, but to us as police officers, you know that little boy or little girl, that has made such a difference getting their bike back for them, whatever that may be. But that's what motivates me to come in every day. I'm now 57 years of age. I've got approximately 2.5 years left till I retire. That'll take me to 60. Something I'm proud of, because at the end of the day I retire, I've done 40 years service for, of course, both the military, joint military and the police. I've done 40 years service to the Crown, something I'm very, very proud of.
There we go. Thank you to PC Jim Perks there for telling us a little bit about his role in response policing during or at the end of Response Policing Week. Now, over several weeks we've been hearing lots about investment and changes at Dorset County Hospital at Dorchester, who have secured lots of government funding to enhance facilities at the hospital, to create more space and to modernise the environment. at what is already a very good local hospital. This week we're going to hear from Fiona Ritchie about the new 8-patient assessment unit at South Walks House.
Dorset County Hospital received over £13 million to transform 2 floors of Southwarks House in Dorchester into a dedicated outpatient assessment centre. We'd already been using the building temporarily for orthopaedic appointments as part of COVID recovery and were able to significantly reduce our waiting lists. As it was such a success, we signed a 20-year lease with Dorset Council, which allows us to use the building on a long-term basis and expand the services that we provide here. We're creating additional space for outpatient clinics, diagnostic appointments such as scans and x-rays, and some day case local anaesthetic procedures. Patients will also be able to access health and wellbeing support through public health organisations. It's right in the centre of town and easy to get to, so we hope it will help increase footfall on the local high street too. This allows the Trust to maximise the use of clinical space on the main hospital site for patients that need to be admitted and to reduce waiting list times and appointments. So we're really excited about the difference this will make to people's lives.
There you are. So if you're going for an 8-patient appointment at Dorset Hospital in the future, you might be going along to that new unit at South Walks House. So do read your letters when they come through to check where your appointment is. And this is one of lots of changes at Dorset Hospital, and I'm sure we'll be hearing more in future weeks about the new A&E departments, the critical care beds, the helicopter landing pad, and all the new building work that's going on, and the new discharge lounge as well. So lots of exciting news there at the hospital. Now it's that time in the programme where we go to regular contributor Andrew Wright for this week's film review and preview.
Welcome to Wyke Regis TV film review and preview. I'm Andrew Wright. This weekend, Insidious: The Red Door releases in cinemas as the 5th instalment of the Insidious franchise. The film is directed by actor Patrick Wilson, who stars in the film, reprising his role from the first 2 Insidious movies, alongside actors Ty Simpkins, Rose Byrne and Lynn Shay, reprising their roles from the previous films. The film is set 10 years after the events of the second film and revolves around Wilson's Josh Lambert and his dropping his son Dalton off at an Ivy League university, only for the repressed demons of the past to returning to haunt them both, causing them to return to the further to end their nightmare for good. The film also features the return of other creatives involved in the franchise, including franchise creators James Wan and Lee Whannell. The film is in cinemas this weekend and potentially serves as a conclusion to the main part of the franchise. And I didn't have critic information available at the time of writing, so if you want to check that out, please feel free. Next Monday, Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1 releases in cinemas as the 7th instalment of the Mission Impossible franchise. The film revolves around Tom Cruise's Ethan Hunt as he and his team attempt to track down a weapon that threatens humanity, with dark forces from the past closing in as a deadly race across the globe begins. The film also stars Hayley Atwell, Isaiah Morales, Ving Rhames, Simon Pegg, Rebecca Ferguson, and Vanessa Kirby. The film was initially set to be the first of a 2-part story that would be Tom Cruise's exit from the franchise, but Cruise has expressed interest in continuing with the film into his 80s. So far, this film has 98% positive reviews from critics. Dead Reckoning Part 1 is in cinemas next Monday, with Part 2 coming to cinemas June 28th, 2024. This weekend, Disney Pixar's Elemental releases in the UK after having been released in the US 3 weeks ago alongside The Flash. The film is set in a world inhabited by anthropomorphic elements of nature, with the story revolving around fire element Ember and water element Wade, who meet and fall in love after Wade is summoned by a plumbing accident at a convenience store owned by Ember's father. Currently, the film has about 76% positive reviews from critics, with them praising the animation but directing criticism at the script. The film is relying on its international box office to be able to make money due to struggles with the audience in the US. The film is in UK cinemas this weekend. This week, the trailer for The Nun 2, the next installment in the Conjuring universe, the 9th installment in the Conjuring universe, the trailer was released. It's set after a few years after 2018's The Nun, and revolves around a nun, Sister Irene, who comes up against the dark force Valak once again. So that film is in cinemas this September. Apologies for not being able to preview that properly, but the trailer came out after writing, so that's all I have for this week, but be sure to check back next week where I will review the home video release of Scream 6, the 6th installment of the Scream franchise. Now back to Gary in the studio.
Thank you very much there, Andrew, and we've got a trailer for you this week, and it's for Dune Part 2. And I actually remember trailering Dune Part 1 back in 2021, not long after we actually started doing these weekly programmes. Dune Part 2, the saga continues as award-winning filmmaker Denis Villeneuve embarks on Dune Part 2, the next chapter of Frank Herbert's celebrated novel Dune, with an expanded all-star international ensemble cast. The film from Warner Bros. Pictures and Legendary Pictures is the highly anticipated follow-up to the 2021 six-time Academy Award-winning Dune. The big screen epic continues the adaptation of Frank Herbert's acclaimed bestseller Dune. Now, Dune Part 2 was filmed on location in Budapest, Abu Dhabi, Jordan and Italy. The film is planned for release in cinemas on November the 3rd worldwide, and it's from Warner Bros. Pictures. And here it is now.
This world is beyond cruelty. You've been fighting the Harkonnens for decades. My family's been fighting them for centuries. They were massacred alongside my father.
Your father didn't believe in revenge. We believe in Fremen.
Let me fight beside you.
Reload!
He said that. I got that. Thanks.
I won't be fighting for him. I'm fighting for my people.
You young pup.
You believe in Paul.
There are signs. The prophet. Why is that a bad thing? Use it.
Because all my visions lead to horror.
Because you lose control.
Because I gain it. Johnny, do you believe in me?
Paul Atreides is still alive.
Deal with this prophet.
Show me who you are.
Your father. Was a weak man. Look who's back from the dead.
I will do what must be done.
We gave them something to hope for.
That's not hope!
I will love you as long as I breathe.
This prophecy is how they enslave us!
It's not a prophecy. It's a story.
I don't care what you believe. I believe. I am Paul Muad'Dib Atreides, Duke of Arrakis. And the Messiah's
He who can destroy a thing has the real control of it.
There we go, that's June for release on the 3rd of November from Warner Brother Pictures. Now, let's see what the weather has in store for us this weekend. And we go to the Met Office for the National Weather Forecast, which is presented by Greg Dewhurst.
Hello there. Quite an unsettled weekend to come for some, with heavy showers and thunderstorms developing across the UK. Could be some local disruption. The reason for this is low pressure sits to the west of the UK, drawing in hot and humid air from the near continent, allowing these big showers, thunderstorm clouds to develop. So do stay tuned to the Met Office website and warnings over the next few days as some local disruption is possible. So looking at the details for Saturday afternoon, we do have heavy and thundery showers across much of England and Wales. These are slowly pushing their way northwards. We could see 30, 40, 50 millimetres of rain in a short period of time, some hail and some gusty winds too. But in between there will be some sunny spells. Best of the sunny spells developing across western parts of Wales, the West Country, Northern Ireland and also northern Scotland, but nowhere immune to not seeing a shower as we move through the afternoon. So do stay tuned to the forecast as I mentioned, and quite a hot and humid feeling day. Temperatures mid to high 20s for many, perhaps getting into the low 30s in the best of the sunshine across the southeast. And temperatures also getting up to around 30 degrees for northern parts of Scotland, and quite humid feel out there too. So thunderstorms continue as we move through the evening, so there could be some local travel disruption. This merging into some longer spells of rain as it moves into Scotland, 30, 40, 50 millimetres through the night possible here before that clears, and then generally clear spells developing, so dry end to the night, and quite uncomfortable for sleeping, particularly in the east. Temperatures dipping no lower than around 17 or 18 degrees in places, a little fresher across some western areas, particularly near the coast where there is a bit of a breeze. We have rain across Scotland to start Sunday morning, and another area of thundery rain possible across southeast England. Otherwise, plenty of sunshine to start the day, but we're still under that influence of low pressure nearby, so showers soon get going. These could be heavy and thundery, perhaps more focused across the western side of the country through Sunday afternoon. Northern Ireland, Wales into the Midlands, southwest England. Some disruption is possible here. Hail, gusty winds, again 30, 40 millimetres of rain or so. Showers less frequent further north and east, but even here we could see a few heavy showers developing. And again, plenty of sunshine away from the showers. A little bit fresher across the north and the west, temperatures in the low 20s, still quite warm and humid further east, around 25, 26 degrees as a high for Sunday afternoon. Into the evening time, those thunderstorms continue to push their way northwards across the country. Some local downpours still possible, but they do start to fade as we move towards the end of the day, allowing most places to become dry. So quite a lot going on in the weather through the rest of the weekend. So do stay tuned to the latest via our Met Office social media apps and also on our website. See you again soon.
Thank you very much there, Greg, for the national weather forecast. Now we'll look to see what's happening for the week ahead down here. Well, there we go. It's going to be a changeable week with sunshine and clouds and showers some days, including possibility of heavy showers. Temperatures, daytime averages around 20 degrees, but I suspect we will get peaks much hotter than that. Well, there we go. Let's go over and look at our what's on now. What have we got coming up? Well, at Weymouth Pavilion, we've got tomorrow the second of the shows by Razzmatazz. That's the 9th of July tomorrow. Razzmatazz Theatre School, A Kind of Magic. 14th of July, the Jersey Beats. 15th of July, Shawaddy Waddy. 16th of July, Rhythm of the Dance. 19th of July, Bridesmaids of Britain, which is a comedy. 21st of July, Let's Dance Summer Showcase, and 23rd of July, tribute to the Carpenters. Do contact the Pavilion box office For tickets, 01305 783 225 or online at weymouthpavilion.com. At the Knowth Fort, this is their Victorian weekend, which continues tomorrow, 9th of July. 29th of July, Songs in the Sun. This Is My Theatre presents Much Ado About Nothing on the 2nd of August. 26th of August is Fort Fest, an open-air concert featuring local bands. Again, more information on those events and information on buying tickets at knowthfort.org.uk. Looking at Arts Reach, tomorrow they have got Don Giovanni Opera in a Box at Litchett Matravis. That's at 6 p.m. And Saturday the 15th of July, Paprika, the Balkan and East European band at Portisham Village Hall. Lots of other events out and about in Dorset through Arts Reach. Have a look at their website, www.artsreach.co.uk, for tickets on those two events mentioned and all the other events that they have got coming up. Also reminding you of the Flower Festival at Abbotsbury Abbey Farm at the end of August. Information on that is available at abbeyfarmabbotsbury.co.uk. Looking at church services, tomorrow just one service, 9:30 at All Saints Church, which is marking C Sunday. Our other programmes this weekend, tonight, our usual quiz at 7:30. Do join us, it's free, community, family-friendly quiz. Streams will go live about 7:20 for a 7:30 start. All are welcome. And the July edition of A Year Gardening with Clive Gray is out, and that will go out tomorrow afternoon at 4 p.m. and be repeated on Friday at 7 p.m. Lots of tips there for gardening and what you should be doing in the garden this time of year, and summer gardening from Clive tomorrow at 4 and repeated on Friday at 7. Well, that brings us to the end of this week's programme. Thank you for joining me. I will be back here at 6 p.m. next Saturday. If you've got any news or events that you'd like to share with us, as ever, drop us a line at news@wykeregis.tv and we'll be very pleased to receive that for mentioning in next week or a future programme. I hope you have a good weekend and a good week ahead, and I look forward to being back with you next Saturday. Good night.